Coming up on Dixie Sun News, find out what Chris Stewart had to say to Dixie State students about the current state of politics in Utah.
And a new clubhouse for our baseball team. See what the players and coaches have to say about the exciting announcement.
Welcome to Dixie Sun News at noon. I'm Ryan Forsey.
And I'm Missy Perry. Thanks for joining us.
You're watching Dixie Sun News with Missy Perry and Bo Yenchik. The voice of Dixie State University. Dixie Sun News at noon.
Several Dixie State students can now add American citizen to their list of college accomplishments.
That's right. These students from across the globe participated in a naturalization ceremony here in St. George, where they've pledged their allegiance to the USA. Dixie Sun News reporter Melissa Anderson has the story.
Lining the hallway outside the federal court, the soon-to-be naturalized citizens were nervous yet excited that this day was finally here. Many have waited years to see this day come.
I've been waiting 17 years for this moment. It's been a long time.
And how does it make you feel that you're going to finally become a U.S. citizen?
I've moved here when I was 8. I'm 32 now. And this is just home. I am just so excited. Sorry, I'm gonna cry.
It's all right. Where are you from?
I am from Mexico, Guadalajara.
As they entered the courtroom, they were followed by their family members, friends, and supporters. After pledging allegiance to their new flag, the new enrollees were greeted with patriotic songs by Dixie High School students and the Air Force Junior ROTC. The once foreigners to this land stated their names and their countries of origin. They then recited their oath and pledges out loud, swearing to uphold the Constitution of the United States and even fight, if necessary, for their new country.
And welcome as citizens. I hope you will all exercise better than some of us who've lived here for a long time the right to vote every chance you get, to exercise your freedoms that you know about from what you've read.
They then celebrated their newfound citizenship by signing their legal documented papers.
Something that I wanted for a very long time.
Yeah, we knew when we got married that it was going to be a long trip, but
it was.
Yeah, this is the end of it.
Yeah.
This was the first naturalization ceremony ever held in St. George, but it won't be the last.
They had to travel to Salt Lake maybe 2 or 3 times. Once to take an interview, once to take a test, once for their naturalization ceremony. So that saved them 3 trips to Salt Lake City for a very important day in their life. They worked for at least 5 years to accomplish this road to citizenship. And they're to be commended for the hard work that they go through to be a great new citizen of America.
Gathering outside the courthouse with their family members, these new citizens waved the American flag proudly, knowing they are now legal and allowed to stay forever. In St. George, Melissa Anderson, CEC News.
Thanks, Melissa, and congratulations to these students. Dixie State University's Pizza and Politics finished the semester with a bang as it hosted Chris Stewart of the House of Representatives. In his address to students, faculty, and staff, he discussed the issues surrounding national security and the current concerns of Russia, North Korea, and the Middle East. In order to avoid going to war, Stewart gave 3 solutions for how America can do that: by being able to defend itself, communicate its ability to do so, and have the resolve and unity to follow course. Stewart highly recommended for attendees to know what is happening in the world by picking up a newspaper or viewing news through other channels. Yet Stewart remains optimistic for future generations as he believes the U.S. still has the ability to be leaders in the world. And a Dixie State University alumna is preparing to shoot a feature-length documentary for post-traumatic stress disorder awareness this coming month in June. Visual artist and filmmaker Nicole Weisbrick says she hopes the documentary will not only bring awareness and education, but also hope and happiness that people who do struggle with PTSD can still live a fulfilled life. One event doesn't have to define your entire life. Initially, Weisbrich planned to create a gallery featuring life-size portraits of survivors, but she realized art alone wouldn't tell their full story. Then she had the idea to create a documentary instead. For more information on how to contribute to this documentary, visit DixieSunNews.com.
D-Week is a week-long celebration filled with DSU traditions and activities. Everyone can participate here on the campus. Missy Perry takes us back to the highlights of the Friday Carnival.
I'm standing here at the D-Week Carnival, which is currently celebrating the 102nd anniversary of the university being open. There are students and alumni wandering around enjoying all these various activities. It's a fun carnival with churros, snow cones, and even popcorn. D-Week is an annual week-long event Dixie State University throws in order to help bring students, alumni, and the St. George community together. The celebration is the founding of the university, and the Friday Carnival has booth prizes, a free barbecue for those that get hungry, and inflatables for the kids. I'm standing here with Miles Swanson. Miles, how do you like the bounce house?
I don't do it. I can't do it.
Why can't you do it? And that, everybody, is the bounce house. Dixie State is a university that celebrates traditions old and new with the community, and the D-Week Carnival is a tradition loved by all. For Dixie Sun News, I'm Missy Perry.
Celebration must be in the air. With finals on the horizon, many students are ready to finish and celebrate themselves the end of the semester. Now, this past weekend, thousands of younger students had a party themselves to celebrate the end of their school year. The annual Dixie Power Kite Festival took place on Encampment Mall here at Dixie State, commemorating elementary students of Washington County School District's reading efforts throughout the past year by rewarding each student with a kite to fly. The day-long event welcomed over 20,000 people with food from local vendors, bounce houses, music, and entertainment. The festival is held every year in April and is staffed completely by volunteers, and all kites and materials are donated to the students. Now, if you'd like to get involved for next year's festival, you can go to DixiePowerKiteFestival.com.
As Dixie State continues to build its image as a Class Act institution, the school also seeks to build its athletic image by not only renovating Legend Solar Stadium, but the clubhouse for the baseball team too. Bo Yenchik brings us the story.
I'm here at Bruce Hurst Field, the home of the Dixie State University baseball team and also the home of the potential new clubhouse. The school is needing a $35,000 donation in order to renovate the clubhouse for the team.
What we are doing is a renovation. It is a renovation of the current clubhouse, new lockers, paint, flooring, things like that. And our goal when we started the project, which was in October, was that maybe we could have it ready for this spring. It didn't go quite as quick, but we are in a position now financially to have it done this summer, have it ready when school comes back in August. And we're selling 35 lockers. We've sold 19 of them. We have some additional raised funds that can go towards that project. So we're ready to break ground on it and kind of get it going in May as soon as our season ends.
Yeah, I think the new clubhouse that they're trying to renovate, I think it'll be a great expansion of what's already been built here, what's great. I think that the new recruits will see the new clubhouse and it'll attract them to want to come here, which was a big part of why I wanted to come here, because where I came from, there wasn't a clubhouse. We just got changed in the dugout.
Yeah, it'll continue to moniker that, you know, that we do have a good program. We have a great stadium. We have a great facility. We have great kids, and we need that to be a great room as well. And our guys spend a lot of time in that room, so it'll be a nice home for them to be able to be in there, to be clean. You know, we have had some rat issues over the years, some black widow issues, so hopefully getting some of the old out of there, the old flooring, the old, you know, lockers, things like that, and get a real thorough cleaning and new paint. It'll help with that process.
I mean, we're here, sometimes 5 hours a day, and that's what type of feel a clubhouse should have. Is we'd want it to have a home feel, so we can come in and relax, have a good area to hang out as a team, good area to bond as a team, and having that clubhouse is something that would help with that.
For Dixie Sun News, I'm Bo Yenchik.
Thanks, Bo. It looks like the baseball team is in for a treat. How is the baseball team doing, Ryan?
Yeah, they're doing really well, and that expansion should be really exciting for them. Speaking of the number 10 ranked Dixie State Trailblazers, they began the final leg of their 8-game road trip with a doubleheader sweep of Hawaii Hilo. DSU pounded the Vulcans for 21 hits, with all 9 starters recording at least 1 hit en route to a 17-4 win. Now, game number 2 went a little differently than the first, but still ultimately had the same result, as the men had to rally for a 9-5 win. Now, Dixie State will finish the 4-game series at Hawaii Hilo later today. Now, moving to the links, 2 records fell and another was tied as the Dixie State men's golf team jumped up the board to 3rd place through 2 rounds of play at the Pac-West Conference Golf Championships at Fazio Course at Turtle Bay Resort. The Trailblazers combined to card a school record tying 13 under 275 and 19 shots, better than Monday's opening round. Now, play will continue for Dixie State today and tomorrow. Now, keeping things at Turtle Bay Resort, the women are there as well, and they remained in 6th place despite a 12-shot improvement on day number 2 at the Fazio course. Now, sophomore Katie Ford led the way from St. George, posting 2 birdies on the day, finishing her 2nd straight 8 over 80 to stand tied for 12th place at plus 16 and 160. Now, they also will continue to play tomorrow and the next day. So best of luck to both men's and women's golf teams this weekend. Hopefully they can move up and maybe place and continue to improve the system there. So,
you know, I think golf is a good walk wasted. The highlight's driving the golf cart, so.
You know, there are some that would argue that, but I think I'm inclined to agree. Now, that's a wrap for our spring 2017 semester of Dixie Sun News.
Good luck with finals and catch us back here next semester.